It's a wild thought, right? That one tiny decision you make online today could literally map out your entire legacy for tomorrow. We're talking about a single choice, just where you post your content, branching off into two completely different futures. Today, we're going to dive into a story that shows just how high the stakes really are.
So, let's start with this. Your content is out there, online, but who really owns it? It seems like a simple question, but man, the answer is anything but. You're the one creating it, posting it, sharing it, but do you actually control it? This question gets right to the heart of the problem. We are all so dependent on platforms that we have zero ownership over. Okay, so picture this. Live streaming is the hot new thing, and creators basically had two roads they could take. There was the easy way, which was all about getting eyeballs right now, and then there was the wise way, which was about building something that would last. And, you guessed it, most people took the path of least resistance.
And that is where our main character, Dr. Virgil Jones, enters the story. See, at a time when everyone else was chasing that instant gratification, he made a choice that seemed, well, a little extra. It was a simple move, really, but it perfectly captures the difference between just being convenient and having real foresight.
You gotta remember, maybe 5 or 10 years back, Facebook Live was everything. It was the definition of easy. You push one button and bam, you are live to your entire audience. It was frictionless, it was accessible, and for most people, it was the only thing they even thought about using.
But Dr. Jones, he saw the bigger picture. He didn't ignore the easy way, not at all. He just added a layer of genius to it. His strategy was so simple. Use Facebook for what it's good for, that immediate live engagement, but, and this is the absolute key, he also used YouTube to build a permanent, searchable home for everything. This wasn't a happy accident, it was 100% intentional.
And this, right here, is the perfect example of what we're calling digital foresight. It's really just the practice of thinking about your digital presence years from now, not just what you're posting today. It's about building something that can survive algorithm changes, platform whims, the test of time. So what happens when all that short-term thinking hits a dead end? Well, this is where our story takes a pretty dramatic turn. For years, the easy way seemed totally fine, right up until the moment it wasn't.
With no big announcement, no warning, Facebook just quietly started deleting older live streams. Now, for the thousands of creators who had only used Facebook, this was a complete disaster. I mean, can you imagine? Years of your work, your community moments, your history, just gone. Poof! Overnight.
And look at this. The results couldn't be more black and white. For any ministry that put all their eggs in the Facebook basket, their archives were deleted. But Dr. Jones's archive? Totally safe, totally secure, right there on YouTube. It all came down to that one choice he made years before, leading to two wildly different futures.
This all hammers home one of the most powerful, most critical lessons of the digital age. Relying only on social media is like building your dream house on land you're just renting. Sure, it can look great, but you don't own the property, and the landlord can change the rules or even kick you out whenever they feel like it.
But here's where the story gets even better. Dr. Jones's foresight wasn't just a defensive move. It wasn't just about saving his old stuff. It was actually a strategy for growth. He wasn't just hanging on to the past. He was actively building for the future.
His proactive strategy was really built on 3 simple pillars. First, create that permanent home on YouTube. Check. Second, don't just talk at people. Actually engage with your community. And third, and this is so often overlooked, he just kept making it better. A constant cycle of improvement.
And that second piece, the engagement, was so crucial. He wasn't just a face on a screen. He was in the live chat, talking to people. He was responding to comments. He made the whole online space feel personal, He turned what could have been a boring broadcast into a real conversation, and that's how you build a real community.
And he backed all that community building up with a real commitment to quality. Every single year, the production value went up. The lighting got a little better, the sound got a little clearer. This wasn't just for show, it showed a deep respect for his online audience. It sent the message that this digital space was important and worth investing in.
So let's bring this all back home. What does this all mean for you? Because the lessons from this story aren't just for churches or ministries. They apply to absolutely anyone building anything online, a personal brand, a business, a passion project, you name it.
When you boil it all down, it comes to this fundamental choice. You can be a reactive leader, wait for a disaster to happen, like your videos getting deleted, and then scramble to clean up the mess, or you can be a proactive leader. You see the future coming, and you build strong systems before you ever need them.
And this quote just nails it perfectly.
Being proactive isn't about some fancy, complicated strategy. Like Dr. Jones showed us, it's usually pretty quiet. It's consistent. And more than anything else, it's intentional. That's where the real power is.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one question to really think about. Take a hard look at your own digital strategy, your own work, the legacy you're building. Are you taking the easy path, the one that's just convenient for today? Or are you taking the wise path, building for the long haul? The choice, as always, is yours.